Hey everybody, welcome back to another Minecraft video in the Amoran project. So today's video is going to be a little bit of a teaser for an upcoming build, but this is more of a realistic medieval outpost that we built. So let's get on with the intro and get on with the video, and I'll show you right away. Alright. So in today's video, I wanted to build something a little less fantasy based and more grounded in some sort of realism. Now, I'm no expert in medieval anything, but I do think I got the basics down to make this outpost at least somewhat viable. Now, you're going to see in the time lapse that I didn't show everything, but for the main fort is the focus, so I thought I'd throw that, that'd be the main thing I'd throw in there. But on top of the main fort, I also built a storage room, a small docking area, and even a signal fire, which will be a first of anything I've ever built in that sense. Now, the reason being for the signal fire is actually because this is a forward base for Barviel Keep, which will be the focus in the next video, and I'll show that to you later on in the journey map. Now, this project is still coming together really nicely, and this is the beginning of building across the ocean to another continent with fresh history, peoples, religions, and a more barbaric land that's been very ravaged and still recovering from the War of Many. But there's more on that in later videos. As for now, I would like to let you know that you should definitely consider subscribing, because this project wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the awesome and positive community that we have in this channel. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and press that alert too, just so you know when the videos post. But it's time for a little bit of music, so let's get that rolling, and I'll see you for the walkthrough. All right, so here we are hanging out at the main, area across from the dark docks, and I really like the way that this looks. Just the feel of it is really cool, and you can see this location. It's right smack dab in the middle, and here's a slung over here, and then over here, just to the south of this little fort is going to be the Barviel Keep, and so that's why we have the signal fire, that's why we have all of that stuff, but it's going to pull together really well in the lore. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of show you the docks real quick. It's nothing crazy, it's nothing major, just small things with a little bit of netting, a little bit of spears for fishing and things like that, just kind of giving it that I want to say barbaric feel, but it's really not. It's more kind of like a mixture of a Norse feel mixed with just kind of very basic medieval styles, right? And so here we go. We're going to go through the front gate, and you're going to see here's the main, here it is. I mean, it's nothing crazy, it's nothing large, but I really like the way that it came out. It fits perfectly on this island, and it just seems to work very well. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a left, and we're going to circle around, and then we're going to go into the actual keep itself. But as you can see, I tried to kind of clutter it up, make it a little bit busy while not overdoing it. We have multiple guard towers, surrounding the area. And it just, the guard towers I think are very simple, but it looks cool. You have plenty of arrows for shooting down on anyone attacking the area, or even coming by sea. You could light those arrows on fire, shoot it at the sails, burn it out, stall them in the waters, whatever you want to do. Here we have some extra hay and things like that in order to make beds and keep those up and stuff like that. Here we have a large storage area here with a wagon. We have coals for fires. We have arrows and spears. You're going to see weapons everywhere in this area, and I decided to just pack it out. Of course, we have a potty or a toilet, whatever you want to call it, an outhouse. But anyways, yeah, you're going to see weapons all over the place, and it just seems to work really, really well. I really like how no matter where you go in this area, you are prepared for an attack. This is a military outpost, and it is actually it's a mercenary outpost, but that's even better because that means they're even more violent because they get paid to be. Here we have just a small little target practice area with some dummies. And, get the archers going. We have some extra wood supply here. Now, this is the signal fire. So, and I really like the way it came out. We have 2 bellows coming in to kind of get that fire going from the bottom. But so the whole point of this was if, they saw enemies coming through the ocean here, you would light the signal fire, and not only would the flames hopefully be visible, but the smoke, if anything, would be visible to Barviel Keep, and they could be prepared. And because they're not that far away, they could be prepared for the oncoming enemy or to defend themselves or attack, depending on the nature of that enemy. And I just really like the way that came together. I've never built one of those. I know it looks kind of strange, but I really tried to go with it. So here we have a small little storage shed. And once again, I'm doing a little cellar. So we're going to go on down here. And we have some meats hanging up. We have some rabbit. We have some potatoes and bread down here. We have some herbs drying out. Just stuff like that to kind of... I don't know, like I said, this is once again taking a little bit of inspiration from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I'm just going to add this all over the world now. I love the little wooden, cellars and stuff like that kind of built in. Once again, towers, we have, weapons. You can see here swords, bow and arrows, all that good stuff. A ladder's on the ground. It's busted up. It's broken. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the main keep. Now, of course, upon entering, you can see here we have a small little foyer area, but it's really just the walkway into the dining area. So once again, we have some weapons, swords, daggers, a little bit of coal set in for fires inside, things like that. But this is the, dining area. So this is where the mercenaries would obviously eat and get drunk on certain nights and just have fun and relax, and it's right there as soon as you walk in the door, so it's ease of use and location. Right here is the actual armory, and you can see here we got plenty more weapons. I mean, we have everything you can think of is all in this room. And like I said, I wanted every single area in this little fort to be completely armed to the teeth. I didn't want there to be a single area in which you couldn't have access to a weapon. It should all be readily available in case anything were to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this little door, and this is the stairwell going up into the second story. This is actually, I believe, 3 or 4 stories high. I forget, but we're going to see that in just a second. Of course, we have some windows you can shoot out of and also just look out of if you want a daydream or something like that. And once again, arrows right there. And we're going to go through here. And instead of going right up the staircase, we're going to go through the little rooms here. Now, to the left-hand side, we have a storage area. Has a little bit of food. Has a little bit of supplies, things like that. Just kind of hanging out in there. And then this small area underneath the staircase is going to be kind of like the janitorial room, right? It's, where you would clean up and have a mop and bucket and brush, a broom and all that good stuff. So this is the actual war room, the planning room. So this is where the leader of the mercenaries on this island would sit here and plan defenses and possibly plan small raids of, nearby villages or something like that, in order to get more supplies or just get the morale up and things like that. The mercenary group for this area is actually extremely violent. I'm talking like they are just brutal people, but they get paid very well to do so. Now, who's paying them? That's a secret till later on, but I think you're really going to like the little bit of a twist going on. Of course, we have some arrow slits to, shoot out and defend the building with. And of course, we're going to go up the stairs here, and this is going to be the bunks. So I didn't have enough room, honestly, to put bunks for everybody. So I put 4 beds. Let's just say they'll double up or something like that. But that's okay. Well, actually, you know what? I'll actually edit that out, and I'll put bunk beds in after all this. So sorry about that, but imagine there's bunk beds. So imagine there's 8 beds. Anyway, so here's some arrow slits again. Once again, kind of watching that front. gate, which I thought was really cool. And then we're going to go up these stairs here, and this is once again armed to the teeth with mainly arrows, because you would shoot out this high tower here. You not only have a vantage point, but you have height advantage, and it just seems to work really well. And I just thought about it. I was like, well, height is obviously a very good thing to have, especially if you're on an island. You want height, right? And to make that work against your enemies. And I just think this looks really, really cool. Like I said, it's armed to the teeth, swords, arrows, spears, anything you can defend yourself, both close range and long range, is in this room and pretty much in the entire fort. So we're just going to exit on out and do the little flyby, just like we always do. And I hope you enjoyed that interior. I worked with what I had. I keep building these buildings, but then I don't think about the interior as I'm building this, so I just kind of got to make it work. But yeah, here's a little fly around. You can see the docks. We have the build here. And like I said, I think it just looks kind of cool, right? It's small. It's just kind of here by itself, but it's not supposed to be a main base. It's just supposed to be more for reconnaissance and surveillance and things like that, to make sure that Barviel Keep is in a very safe area. It's in a safe spot from any invaders or attackers. So once again, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you liked it. This is a really cool idea, slightly different building style for me, because I'm kind of going for that very basic, simple, more realistic medieval style instead of just fantasy. So I hope you enjoyed it. But this is, of course, a Legendary Porpoise signing off. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a good day and happy gaming.